Final segment of the show here on this Monday afternoon. Ryan Bronzer, Beliucci with you here from the Tap on Harvey Road, Beliucci Hour Lunch. Live on Sports Radio 1150 The Zone, 102.7 FM. A couple of questions here, Liucci, from the audience at the Tap. Should we be worried about Liucci turning into a serial killer, the Cabbage Patch?
For cutting the doll's hair off? Yeah, that was – I feel like I've recovered from that and made myself into a functioning member of society.
You know, that's one of those things like when you go sit down, if you had to sit down in front of a therapist and that story starts coming out.
Oh, I probably got sent to one after that. I think they tried to send me to, like when I was a little kid, like I was getting in trouble in school, and they tried to send me to one, and I got kicked out for spitting on the floor. I was a bad kid.
Dude, the more we're learning about you, like,
and then I started to figure out that I could do it without getting myself in trouble, and then I got to where I could, just instigate others into doing the stupid crap.
Your mom had to have been just losing
and then
her
it
mind.
got to be where I was just like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to get by on my charm.
How long's that gotten you?
It lasted. I'll tell you what. I was pretty fun-loving and easygoing and fun until I had to deal with Gabe every day for God knows how many years. Between Hunter and Gabe and now you.
Me?
Louie was easier to deal with.
I don't do anything. You call me complaining.
How did I ever know that Louie was going to be the ray of sunshine at lunch twice a week for however many years? You've made me miss Louie. How about that?
You have gotten a little frank as you've gotten older. That salt and pepper has gotten you frank, a little frank.
Yeah, and by the way, random baseball fan at Olsen, if I'm walking up, I don't need you to, and he's listening. I'm not going to name him, but I love him, but I don't need you to point out that I've got gray in my goatee. It's like I said the other day. There's two things I don't do to people. I don't say to my friends, or especially people that I don't know that well, just then when they walk by and just yell it out. Hey, you're looking older. Hey, you've gained weight. Or, hey.
Who does that?
Or hey, you're going bald. And my buddy, and I won't say his name, I remember like 15 years ago, he's commenting from the third deck. Oh, you're from up here, you can see a bald spot. I'm like, wait, you were losing your hair in college. How are you, like, what? And you're bald while you're saying this to me. So those three things you don't say to people.
Well,
I don't. So I damn sure don't deserve it on the flip side. Like, if you want to post workout videos of you bench pressing 400, then you get made fun of. If you want to make fun of the fact that I have this goatee, or if you did some kind of weird chin strap beard.
You think that I try to copy
if you wear some giant A&M starter coat to New York City. These are all choices that we make.
Right.
Notice I did like four of you, one of me.
Yeah.
But these are choices that we make.
If you want to grill steaks that look like South Carolina.
Yes. And post about them on social media. These are choices, and it's like, okay, if you have friends that are honest with you and you're good buddies, then you're going to get made fun of for acting or looking ridiculous. But things that you can't control, I'm not wired that way. For one of my buddies to come up that I hadn't seen in a couple years, he's got some gray hair, and go, oh, man, you look really gray. Damn. Like, who does that? I had a guy, and I won't mention him. He comes up to me at the game this weekend in front of
you got to quit going to baseball.
In front of Penny King and my buddies, and they walk up. And this guy used to work at Texas A&M for a long time. I'll say exactly who it was. It's Chuck Glenwinkle, our old SID. And he walks up, and he goes, what is this, the blank with ears section? And just yells it out. Chuck's over here doing baseball announcing on the side. With Chuck,
yeah.
Here's the deal with Chuck. And I've been friends with Chuck for 20 years, so I can say this, and Lacey's a saint for dealing with him, his wife. But Chuck is from Belleville. So Hunter and Chuck from Belleville, then that explains it. So they have a free pass. Okay, so I expect that from anyone from the Brenham, Belleville, Columbus, that whole area, and my whole life, I've come to expect it. So when he walked up, I knew something was coming. And I tried to hide, and he caught me. I said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I go, "I'm hiding from Chuck." And he found me, and there I knew the one-liner was coming. So, again, you can either be that person or not. I'm not. The guy at the baseball game that pointed out the grays in my goatee, he is. And my experience tells me more people are than are not.
Life lessons from Beliucci. We will see you guys back here on Thursday after spring football starts. Beliucci Hour Lunch. Louis on the other side.